So hi guys. Again, today I'm bringing you with a new thing, not in a Python. And this time, because of certain students' request, I am bringing you guys today with the interview question. This will include Java 8 interview questions and the basic levels of Java also. And around 20 questions today I'm just giving you, and the remaining questions I'll be giving you soon also, like in a month time or a 2 months time I'll be giving you around 100 questions. So you guys can follow the same questions and learn these questions so that it will be helpful for you for the to perform the interviews, Java interviews. Okay, this is Java interview 8 interview question. This is 20 interview questions today I am giving to you guys. Okay, so be with me and listen to me. Okay, and now the first one we will go with this: what are the new added features in Java 8? So if you say what is the new feature, if you say there are big new versions are there, people are using 13 also, but 95 percentage of the people are fully using Java 8 features. So Java 8 features has a very good features are there. So we will have a look onto these 8 features. What are these 8 features? Okay, first one is Lambda expression. So Lambda expression, very soon I'll bring you with so many videos for the Lambda expression examples with the programs and all. So don't worry, we'll bring it. But first, what Lambda expression is nothing but it's allows developer to write more and expressive code by enabling the use of functional programming construct. And actually, this simply the syntax for defining anonymous functions are there. Anonymous function is nothing but where we are not defining any names for the functions, and it makes more easier for the collections and perform operations like filtering, mapping, and reducing. So if you say there are, it's like a one line statements where it's like a one line statement where you are not giving any name for that. And even you suppose you want to make filter, you can do it. Filtering something on the base of the condition, you can do it. And mapping also, you can map with something. And in all these things can lambda expression can be do. So lambda expression is one of the major stuff people uses very much in 8. Okay, now next is stream api. API means application programming interfaces. So Stream API is the another one which very widely using in 8. Okay. So it works with collection, especially collection is nothing but it's a like it's just like an array only, but it's nothing but a collection of objects here. So when you do a bulk operation of collections, you can do filter also here by filtering. Some methods we are using for filtering. Mapping also you can do, you can map. And sorting also you can do. You don't have to use your bubble sort or your other sorting function, sorting things. You don't have to write. It is very easy to just write the sorting. And aggregate functions like average, sum, max, minimum, all this also you can use it over here. Function style operations also can be used. So Stream API are very much using for these kind of stuff for to improve your readability and reducing your boilerplate code, right? So this is Stream API is another factor where we are using widely for Java 8. And default and static methods in the interface is Java 8 has default functions are there. Earlier we don't have a default function. Default function means if we are not able to provide any parameters through the function calling, then while writing the function only we can set the default values over there, and if they are not providing, they can take the default values over there. So that's default interfaces, default things they can use. That's a newly thing they are using over here. And static methods means like if so many instances are there, You don't have to create an instance, just simply call, everybody can do the same thing and the memory will be utilized only one. So that is called be like static methods, where everybody, so many methods, so many objects are there, they can all use these static methods, right? It is a it's where it will perform very fast also. And new date and time API. There are so many API functions are there for they bring up for the date and the time. The one of the famous they had bought is java.time.package. Time, that's where you can take the time, modern time API to address the shortcoming. And there are older versions like java.util.date also there, java.util.calendar also there. So even if you wanted to format, even if you want to set some one time zone to another time zones, and any date arithmetic operations like adding, subtracting, or something like that, you can go for new date and time API. And optional is nothing but reducing the null values, right? So normally when in every program, whenever we have a bulk data, we used to check nulls and to make more clarity and safer side, right? So in that case we can reduce it by using optionals, right? We don't have to do that thing. So another thing is concurrency and parallelism enhancement is nothing but if you multiple concurrent things are you wanted to update, so you can go for concurrent hash map, that will do it very fast. And compatible feature also there, where you can handle the concurrency related task very nicely, right? So it is concurrent updates. If you wanted to do, you don't have to worry about, just use concurrent hash map, they will work it very nicely. And method reference is another last one, that is you can refer your method or a constructor using certain syntax like improving code readability, reducing broiler plate code. And these are they or even use lambda expression and provide an alternate way to achieve the same functionalities also. So you can refer here for the methods or constructors also. So these are the 8 steps which you have to use, very very good steps, which all most of the companies are using. First is the lambda expression, then next is the stream API, another is the default and the static methods in interfaces, and new date and time API, optional, and concurrency and parallelism enhancement, method reference. So these are the eight features in the Java 8 features. So you have to learn this. Okay, this is a very important question. Now another is a very simple Java question is explain autoboxing and unboxing. So autoboxing is nothing but you guys know about the primitive data types, right? So we have 8 primitive data types in Java, right? So these 8 primitive types like integer, we have float, is the double, is the, these are all like primitive data types, right? Now, if I wanted to convert integer to string or string to integer like this, you need to get the support of the class. So Java has made some classes for this primitive data type. They are called as wrapper classes, object wrapper class. Like integer means integer, integer, integer. Like that, every data type have primitive data type as wrapper class. So if you convert the primitive data type to wrapper class is called as autoboxing, and the reverse process is called as unboxing. Okay, so it's very simple. If you in incoming up videos, I'll show you how to do this. Certain examples I'll bring in. So autoboxing is nothing but a primitive data type, converting the primitive data type to object wrapper class. This is called as autoboxing. And unboxing means you are reverse, like you are converting from the wrapper class to the primitive data. That's a reverse process we called it as. Now coming to next question, that is difference between iterator and list iterator. Iterator means it is nothing but when you travel through a loop, you will be traveling from like forward direction only, where you will take obtaining or you will be removing, right? You will go forward direction. Now list iterator means You can go forward also, you can go reverse also. Bi-directional traverse is there. Here you can do one more thing. Here you can do bi-directional traverse in the list also, and you can even modify the elements also. You can change the elements. So that is called list iterator. Okay. Now, what is a map? Next question is, what is a map? Map, or it's comes under dictionary. Okay. So it's nothing but a key pointing to a value. Why do you use map? Right. So map keys are cannot be duplicated. Values can be duplicated. It's nothing. For example, in a college, you have so many students are there. So you have one guy called Varun. So Varun, so many, I want to see Varun's details about in the college. So if I go and check in the college, so what will happen? So many Varuns are there. So if I give the Varun student ID is the key and Varun is the value. So if I map student ID to value, I can get all the things. So for that, map uses. So map uses hash map, tree map. These are the classes where we uses in map, and linked hash map. Tree map, hash map, and linked hash map. Going forward in another questions, interview question, I'll give you this difference also. Okay. So now next is, what is the difference between a process and a thread? Process means what? A process is an execution, it's doing something. Independent set of variables, it execute own task, its own execution task. Then thread means it's a subset of process. That's a very important some subset of a process. And threads share the same process variable and X. So process has certain variables that will be shared by the thread. So that you need to point it. So process means a program in execution, independent set of variables, own execution task. Thread means subset of process, and thread share the same process variables and execution task. Next is, what is the synchronized keyword? Synchronized keyword is nothing but used to control the access of multiple threads to any shared resource. So for example, if you have a block of code, that so many threads are accessing this block of codes, you want to access one by one after one. You don't, everybody should not come to all together. So one after one, if you want to access, you can go with a synchronized keyword. Now, how do you, I told you, right? Next question. I had, the thing is, how do you sort stream? Sort stream is nothing but, I have told you in Java API, a Java 8 you say stream, there is a shortcut method to sort. We don't have to use the bubble sort or other sorts. We can use by using the stream. So you can see here, list string, I create a list, arrays dot as list, open the list over here, right? Now, how do I sort? I said list string sorted list. You have to tell your list dot stream. You have to use the function called dot stream, dot sorted, dot collect. These are the functions you have to use. There are several functions for several things are there. So dot sorted is the one used for the sorting, and dot collect even for collecting the collections. Where is the collection? My list. So collectors dot to list. So it from here it will get sorted and given into the sorted list. So you are doing these things in two line. So that is how do you sort stream. You don't have to write bubble sort or anything like, see, it will be sorting, right? So upcoming videos I'll bring this also. No. What do you mean by batch processing in JDBC? So, for example, if you are connecting from your application, see, batch processing, what they're telling is a JDBC used to execute multiple SQL statements as a single batch, which reduce the number of communication between the application and the database server. For example, from your Java application to a database, it is going. So every time whenever you give the query, it goes, it comes, it goes, it comes. So you are keep on going and coming. So you can reduce the number of communication rounds between that by using this batch processing. Now, explain the type of JDBC driver. There are four JDBC drivers are there. Four type of JDBC drivers are there. One is the old system which we are using, like if you are a third party, like another database or another Excel or whatever is. So you can connect with something called ODBC bridge by using the ODBC. Another is second is what we are always drive nowadays. We are using all these are this only native API. If you have interface application programming things are there, if you have, then you can connect. If you have that classes like Oracle classes there or some other database classes are there, you can connect with these for to that. And there is another thing is if you want to connect with net protocol, all Java driver, that also you can do. So third one is and native protocol also all driver can. So four types are there. One is JDBC ODBC bridge, another is native API and partially Java driver, another is net protocol or all Java driver and native protocol. All these are the four types we have. Now, what is the difference between an array list and a linked list? Array list, anytime if you wanted, you can resize it. You can resize. And best, it is a best for sorting and you can access the data. Normal point of things for the list, people all use array list. Now, linked list is you double linked list. Like, you can go forward also, backward also. You can better for operation. You can even add the elements. You can remove the element from any part, anywhere. It is not like the last. Anywhere in the list, you can add, you can delete also. You can remove also. So that is one of the thing for the linked list. Okay. Now, what is the difference between equal and double equal in Java? Equal means it basically used for objects. You can check. If you want to check whether both are true or somebody two objects, you can go for equal only. You cannot use double equal. Double equal is used only for the primitive data types. Primitive data types, or you can, if you go for objects, it won't show you equal. Right? So double equal, you should use for primitive and you can use equal for objects. Now, can you write multiple catch block? Can you write multiple catch block under a single try block? Yes, we can write multiple catch block under a single try block. Yes. Like for example, if you write the main and you put the try and you have a problem with this here, because here you will get the arithmetic exception. You are having an array here and you see this can happen arithmetic exception also. Since you are accessing an element, it can array index out of bound exception also, or any other exception also can. So you see one try already I had written over here. For the one try, I had created one catch, one more catch, and one more catch. So I had written three catches over here, right? So one try, I can write multiple catches. Whichever is any problem comes, it will go to that specified exception. If that not any other exception is then it'll catch over here. So multiple catches is possible. Next is how to use final keyword and final variables in Java. So final keyword is used for like, if you don't want the value to be changed. Variables, whenever you put a value or any data type, you can change any time. But if you don't want the values to be changed, it's like it acts like a constant here. So it will be final. It will be final, you cannot change. And final variables, if you make any variable as a final, that will be final. Final can be used in so many purposes also here in Java, like methods also we can use it and you can use it. So final means final. Nobody cannot change. That is called final. Okay. So now next question is what are the difference between checked and unchecked exception? The word only you can understand. Unchecked exception means it is coming an exception which is coming on the runtime exception. So if you want that, it will come like from the exception class. So any problem when it comes, it will be coming there. right? Unchecked. We cannot check that it can happen anytime, right? Now, checked exception means it inherits from the exception class only, but the client has to handle. We know that if there is a problem will come, we will handle it by using the try catch. And we by using the try catch we can use, and we will inherit the super classes, except nothing means exception we will be inheriting. Now, errors. Errors means like certain errors, like out of memory errors or some other serious problem which we cannot handle it, that comes as errors category. Now, next is what is JVM and why it is called as platform independent programming language. JVM is nothing but a process of virtual machine that can execute Java bytecode. So, normally whenever we write a program, it will be converting into the bytecode, and that bytecode that is the one we are executing. So, who is taking up the bytecode? The JVM will take up the bytecode and execute that. So JVM is nothing but a process of a virtual machine that he will execute the Java bytecode, and each Java source file is compiled into bytecode that I have told you, right? Designed to allow programs to build that could run on any platform. So normally when we say platform independent languages, if you are writing a code in Java Windows 10, you can even run in Unix also, Linux also, Solaris also. There is no problem in any platform. Anywhere if you want, you can go ahead and run that thing. So that is called platform independent, right? So Java virtual machine make this possible because aware of special instructions, length, and other particular underlying hardware platforms also. Okay. Now, what is garbage collection in Java? Garbage collection means there are a lot of variables, a lot of things we have creating in our programs, so in our projects. So whenever we are not using objects for a particular time period, so this garbage collection automatically deallocate unused objects in the memory, and the JVM will handle using garbage. So JVM only will handle it. So it will look forward for so much time, and if you are not using it, that he will deallocate unused object. If you keep that unused object, your processing speed will be very low. So that is why garbage collection is activating. Now, what are the access modifiers in Java? So access modifiers means how I can access the levels. Like for example, if you say public, everyone can access. Everyone can access, no problem. Protected means certain packages within the package or subclass, that means inherited level only can access. Anybody inheriting, they can access, or by inherited level they can only protected can access. Private means inside the only within the class only they can access. Outside guys cannot access. Default means accessible within the package. When you create a package, inside that package, how many classes you are there, that all can be accessed. That's called default. Now, what are abstract and interfaces? So abstract means a class that obtains both abstract and concrete method that cannot be instantiated. So if you want to create the rules and things, then we will make that class as an abstract. But in abstract class, you can have non-abstract methods also. Even you can have constructor also. So that whichever methods you are telling as an abstract, that cannot have a body, that will be just we are just assigning the method, that's it, and we will inherit in the subclass and we will write that body over here. So abstract class, we can even have non-abstract methods also. If you have one abstract method, then you can make it as an abstract class. Then interface means if your all methods are abstract methods, you don't have to say the keyword called abstract. Your all methods are abstract only. There is no abstract method you cannot write there. So that is called interface. You can have variables, final variables you can create there. And in Java 8, interface can have default and static methods also can be done. Now, determine the difference between method overriding and method overload. So, overriding a method means you are overriding from the superclass to subclass. Same name, same return type, same parameters. What you want, you can write there. Overloading means you have function multiple methods of same class with same but different parameter. For example, if you had function with having two parameters of integer, and you can have the add function of two parameter with float also. Like that's called overloading. Overloading. The function name will be same, but the parameters will be different. That's called overloading. Now, do you know the major difference between the hash table and hash map? Now, so hash table means synchronize. As I told you, what is synchronize is nothing but like, for it to get into one function, all together cannot come one by one. So hash table will go as a synchronized method, hash table. And hash map is not synchronized. Hash table does not support null keys or null values. So hash table won't support any null value or null key. Hash map supports only one null key and multiple null values. So one null key and multiple null values. So the thing of hash table is it's synchronized and hash table does not support null key or null values. Hash map is not synchronized and hash map support one key, one null key and multiple null values. So this is the 20 questions today I brought you guys for you guys. So go ahead and learn these questions properly. In another couple of some days, I'll bring another 20 more questions. Like that, we can keep learning with our Java interview questions. You guys also keep learning. One questions every day you keep learning. So it will be helpful for you to crack the interviews. And even the Python questions also I'll be bringing it up. So hope you guys, it will be very useful for you guys. So thanks for hearing this, and please support for other students and other people who are looking for job interview things and all. Support, share it to them and ask them to subscribe. Every day I'll bring in one things for you guys that will be more helpful for you too. Please support my channel by liking and subscribing. So thank you guys. So today I'm just stopping. So we will see you on the next video with another one. Thank you so much.